Gaming Dad.
Welcome back, duplicant folks. This is Gaming Dad, and we're playing Oxygen Not Included. I'm reading tips from 10 Things I Wish I Knew Sooner by Mixairian. Tip number 2: CO2 is sterile. Food does not rot in a sterile environment. If you play your rations box fully submerged in CO2, the food inside of it will not rot. We don't have a place with just CO2 yet, so we'll keep it in mind for later. So we're on cycle 3 almost. Last time we built ourselves latrine and barracks, and today we're gonna start preparing for making a farm. Because food is important. You don't want people to, well, let's say, don't let people starve. So it's gonna be on the east, west, on the right side of our colony. I try to make it leveled, so we're gonna allocate a lot of space for it, and let's leave, like, assume for five tiles of food. But I think I'm gonna cut out the terrain from the top rather than going from the bottom, because it's easier to dig down than dig up. Oh well. We're gonna make room for the ladder and some space around it. And here's our first level of our mine, ready to be dug out by people. Christine is hard at work researching our farming, and since they cannot get there because I'm missing a tile, so there's gonna be a tile here. They can jump down to pump water and then jump back up and then go and dig and do their farming things, whatever they're doing. Oop. Need to go to the bathroom real quick. That's why bathrooms are important. Well, I mean, technically, if you don't have a bathroom, they will have an accident and just leave polluted water on the floor, as far as I remember. But it's better to let them do their thing. The arrow on the right side of the toilet shows how filled it is. When it's filled completely, they will need to remove polluted dirt out of it. And we'll deal with that later when we get a compost heap. But for now, let's start with digging out, or let's continue digging out our farm while Marta is researching. There are speed controls in this game. You'll notice I'm not using them, like in other games like Tropical or City Skylines. I like to enjoy my experience with the game and watch the little fellas do their work and fulfill my orders. So I'm not speeding up at all. It will take me a bit more to play through a game or get anywhere interesting, but oh well. The journey is the destination, you might say. Look how deep it is. Oh, we're looking at the gases surrounding our little base. There's some algae, there's some polluted oxygen, a cool security door, and a puff. Puffs are non-aggressive creatures that excrete lump of slime with each breath. Bloop. Yes. I've heard not to go to the slime too early, so I'm not gonna go. There's bristle blossom, which is a very difficult for me crop to grow, so I'm starting with mealroot. And we're working on the ladder. Since now one guy is doing research, and then somebody needs to run in a hamster wheel, the building part is going a little bit slower, but we're gonna get a new duplicate soon. If you notice the little bar on the right side of the portal, the yellow one, that tells us when the next duplicate is gonna arrive. Well, let's have a closer look at the girls digging. They are holding their breath because there's probably not enough oxygen there. If you remember, oxygen goes up, not down. If you notice the tools they're using, they look very similar to the ones in Astroneer, which is another early access survival base building game. And I think it's a cool concept instead of having pickaxes and hammers and all that stuff. Yes, we have a space with carbon dioxide, but it will fill up with oxygen soon. We might need to build some oxygen generation below our farm, but again, we'll deal with that when the time comes. We have Marta charging up our tiny battery, and I'm working hard on researching that farming. You can set battery recharge threshold for the manual generator, so that if the power drops down below 50%, they will start running. 50% is pretty decent to start with, so don't worry about it. We have different tabs. There's reports. There's a... oh yes, the germs disinfecting. I haven't had problems with germs yet, so I don't want them to spend time on doing disinfections. That's why I'm leaving it at maximum. And we're almost done digging out. We're gonna put it farming tiles here when we get there, and then 2 tiles later or lower we're gonna build another one. And there we go, we have a new duplicate available. When we get a duplicate, you can choose one from 3 people. You can see their stats, and unlike beginning, you can't reshuffle them. And let's see, we have Catalina, which is buff, we have Ruby, which has learning, and we need a learning. So why don't we pick Ruby? Hey, print him and set him to be our researcher. Oh, he can't research. Yes, he has YOLO. So I guess that didn't work out quite well, but at least he can do art, and then he can build better than everybody else. So yay for that. Ruby, welcome to the team. Here's a hamster wheel. Go run. Actually, don't run. Thank you. So, we need a place to sleep for Ruby. And he can get on to digging our farm. Sand is falling down, if you noticed. Sand is really... can be really annoying material where it will fall down whenever you dig it. And you have to be careful, especially if there's sand on the bottom of some water holes, because then it will come down and you get water everywhere. Looks like our research is complete. We can now build algae terrarium, which removes carbon dioxide into oxygen. I tend to not build it because it requires water, and water is at a premium in this game, I found out. Then we have planter box, which allows you to plant little plants in it. We'll start with that. Later on you can get access to farming tiles, which are better. But to start with, we have some seeds, so we can build... how many? Oh, we have 2 mealwood seeds. Let's build then 2 of these and plant them right away to get the production going. You can get seeds by harvesting more plants, so it's good to start until you have the seeds. It's good to start to plant everything you have. We need to select a new research, and what will it be? There's a big tree, and if you select something further down the tree, the technologies below will also get research. Advanced research is used for everything above the first level, so we're gonna need it soon. So let's start with that one. Okay, boys, go research. And girls, you build our planter boxes. Yes, let's plant some mealwood. It grows in 3 cycles. Stop moving the mouse, please. Oh yes, I'm talking about how I build it in levels of 3 levels, so that in theory, you get enough, or you get 1 in each day. But oh well, it requires some temperature, air pressure 100 Gs minimum, or grams, and atmosphere must be oxygen, polluted oxygen, or carbon dioxide. And yes, you need to plant it in a planter or a farm plot. So that's the easiest one to grow, and we're gonna start with that. We have 2 of those, and I can see the first one is already not growing because of pressure. There's not enough air there. That's because we just cut everything out and the air is still trying to flow in and fill in the holes. Christina is gonna plant. Oh, too late. It's time, night time. Let's all go to sleep. Thank you for watching. This was Gaming Dad playing Oxygen, not included, and I'll see you in cycle 4. Bye bye.